So it's Britain's biggest bank, apparently. He's called Stuart Kirk. They put him on paid leave in May after he hit out at climate nut jobs during a city event and asked...
Those are his words, right?
Yeah, these are his words, but also mine. He said, and also said, who cares if Miami is 6 metres underwater in 100 years? So he was head of global head of responsible investing at HSBC Asset Management. But he's now decided to quit in protest at being suspended. And he's added that cancel culture destroys wealth and progress, and there is no place for virtue signalling in finance. I totally agree with him. You can see, so all these investment groups like BlackRock, they've got like ESG, environmental, social and governance rules. And so when they invest in a company like Netflix, it has to meet all these rules. So then it has to go woke, and then nobody wants to watch it because it's rubbish, and then they lose all their money. So it does seem to be destroying them.
So, I mean, from the look of things, he was quite indelicate when he was talking about climate change, and he was sort of basically criticising the doom mongers. And he says, you know, all of these predictions of Armageddon, they never come true. But does he have a point, Sajila, or do you think they should have cracked down?
No, I mean, like, he's a global manager, and then he says that, you know, who cares if Miami is 6 metres underwater?
I imagine people who live in Miami do.
Yeah, I think people in Miami do. And then, but yet, on his LinkedIn, it says he actually loves Miami. So if he's lying about that, what else is he lying about here?
I think his whole point was Miami's not going to be underwater. Since I can remember, which is a long time because I'm quite old, I've been told that the world is about to end. It used to be, you know, there's peak oil and nuclear Armageddon and, you know, a new ice age. Then global warming's been the big one for ages. All it seems to mean is like we get slightly nicer summers.
Your lifespan there is not in the grand scheme of things, isn't that long, right? And, you know, slightly nicer summers in Scotland, well, you know, that doesn't tell us much, does it?
Also, he's about to be a parent. I think you're going to change your view when you've got...
You might do when you have a child.
Because there's a different way to look at the world then.
But Sajila, isn't the point here that there really needs to be room for diverse opinions within finance, within any corporation? Like, he's got his views, but rather than just say, well, those are your views, but we don't agree, we want to sort of get rid of you. And that seems to appear to have been what's happened here.
Well, I thought they'd just given him some leave until he'd kind of calmed down. And they just thought that they've just treated him like he's had a fit of the vapours and he'll get better within a couple of weeks' time. You know, you've had some time away. You know,
is that what's happened here?
I think that's what's happened. I don't think they're going to get rid of him.
Well, why are you talking about cancel culture then?
Well, I think he's got a real point. So, I mean, he's been cancelled. He's been suspended. And all this woke dogma and the cancel culture that's through everything at the moment, every corporation, every HR department. HR departments are where it emanates from in corporations. So equality, diversity and inclusion, it's just a drag on any progress. So all hires have to be filtered through according to all demographic tastes. You don't just get the best person for the job. So it's an absolute nonsense. All, you know, any quota or anything like that is gonna anything that steers you away from the most productive route is going to be a drag on growth and investment.
I worry about this intolerance of eccentricity. You know, I think every corporation and business should have an eccentric with weird views. Makes it more fun. We had a teacher that thought pigeons were the agents of Satan.
They are.
Maybe they are.
I mean, you know, I think I grew up in a time when individuality was celebrated, and I just think, you know, we are sort of becoming such a homogenised kind of globe.
Right, exactly. So we can disagree with him, but you can still have a job, maybe. Anyway.